Here's quite a bit. Our Denise Johnson live at the Cincinnati Art Museum with a new exhibit on
She
display.
is live this morning. Denise, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I stole the mic back from Regina. So right now, we are standing in such a wonderful place in an exhibit. And I am here with Brian Scholesen. He is the curator of this wonderful exhibit. Now just talk to me about what exactly you're going to see here. I mean, there's tons of pictures on the wall, but what exactly are they of?
They are all photographic portraits of other artists. So oftentimes you'll come in and see a name of somebody you recognize behind the lens and somebody you recognize in front of it. It's a picture of a famous artist. We have Miles Davis here, we have Pablo Picasso, we have Frida Kahlo, we have the dancer Merce Cunningham. And each one of them has been taken, their image has been taken by somebody who is him or herself also quite well known.
Go ahead.
And what's interesting about this is that we can all take portraits now. We often use our camera phones to snap pictures of our children or of our family members and loved ones. But what's interesting here is to look at how artists perceive their task and kind of brought something special to the job of taking a picture of someone else.
And you kind of found these hidden away in a storage room, you were telling me.
So the picture that you're looking at now is actually one that's been in our storage room for 3 or 4 decades and has not really been on view. My job here is to partly be responsible for 4,000 photographs in our collection, and many of them have never been viewed before. So it's a great pleasure for me to kind of trawl through the archives and find fantastic pictures and share them with Cincinnatians. The one you're looking at now is of the dancer Merce Cunningham, and it was taken by a photographer named Barbara Morgan. And his dances were often based upon ideas of chance in movement. And in making this picture, she brought a certain artistry that explains that. It's a double exposure. And she didn't know what the composition was going to look like when she took these 2 images of him on the same piece of film. It was only once it was developed in the darkroom that she recognized she had such a compelling image of the dancer.
Well, because it's an older picture, so it's not like the digital prints that we do now where we can make all kinds of magic with the pictures. I mean, she really was experimenting, kind of like you were saying he was doing with his dances.
In 1944, when she made this picture, it was a lot more difficult to get effects with your camera. It was not simply a matter of hitting a filter on your camera phone, and she didn't have a backlit screen with which to see what it is that she had taken a picture of.
Yeah, these artists back then, they didn't have the opportunity. Let's walk over here and look at Miles Davis. I mean, they didn't have the opportunity actually years and years ago to do selfies like we do now. So, I mean, this is really captured as well. I mean, just explain to me a little bit about what do you think the photographer saw in this?
Well, this was taken at a time when Miles Davis was recording one of his transitional albums. This is in 1970. And the photographer Lee Friedlander was very famous, or becoming famous, for his own street photographs and some of the pictures that he'd taken of himself and of domestic scenes and out on the streets. But he was also a staff photographer for Atlantic Records and took a lot of album cover portraits of famous figures. Miles Davis's music at this time was getting moody, was getting darker, it was changing into a new style. And I think the look on his face and the portrait itself somehow communicates an aspect of that.
Yeah, it really does seem to. So that's just a few of the photographs that are here that have been hidden away, like he said, for decades. We're going to look at a few more that are here, and hopefully we can convince some of you to come down and spend an evening even just checking all of these out, because Art After Dark is actually coming up this Friday, so we'll have more coming up on that in just a few minutes. But it's such a wonderful place, and just being able to see some very interesting hidden talent that's been hidden away in many ways.
Sounds
Frank
great.
and Tracy.
I know. Whisper in the museum, Denise.
Oh, I know. I was trying to be really quiet. They were being really noisy, but you know me and my big mouth. Whoops.
Still ahead on the stories.